has to do with the MCU. It has to do with the MCU, guys. And that is, how do y'all feel about a black man being Captain America? You know, I'm super duper, possibly excited about this, but I have this report, because Anthony Mackie, Falcon, he's gonna be in the Falcon and Winter Soldier show. But I have the report right here from Collider. They have a quote from the composer. It says, "The Falcon and the Winter Soldier tackles weighty issues," reveals the composer. And it says, "What does it mean for a black man to become Captain America in 2021? So it's talking about WandaVision is getting all the attention, but of course the Falcon and the Winter Soldier is going to be coming out pretty soon. But we have this quote right here talking to Film Speak. It says, "Film Speak, Jackman hinted at the less comfortable things the Falcon and the Winter Soldier will address." I'm going to blow it up for you real quick. "Having 6 hourly episodes, that's more real estate than one of the films," said Jackman. "There's a bit more opportunity to go into psychological drama and explore backstories. And in this particular series, there's very much serious issues, now more than ever, about what it means to hold up Cap's shield and what kind of person should ultimately be holding that shield. And with the history of this country and how African Americans would feel about being Captain America or not. It's still entertaining, but it touches on less comfortable things that gives rise to some really impressive performances. It's a great balance of entertainment and writing centering around more weighty issues." Eman, I'm gonna come to you first, man. What do you think about this quote and a black man taking on, like, I'm Captain America? They treat us like crap, but I'm Captain America.
When they say less comfortable or whatever, that just means white folks might get triggered. That's all that really. I'm just saying that's just code for we're going to hit racial topics. Some white people are going to feel uncomfortable. Right. But this is right in line with the comic book, right? Like, this was nothing new. The moment, Cap gave Falcon the shield in the comics, he had to deal with that adversity. He had to deal with the whole issue of, race and America. And, but that was like years ago, right? I would say, given when this show has been shot, don't be surprised if you see more MAGA influence as the contrast, so, and what I'm talking about is like more toxic nationalism, the toxic patriotism. I would not be shocked if that was an element that was introduced into this series. And, you're going to have like a black man who says, I'm America, or at least, is repping that. And then you got a certain segment of the country like, nah, you not, so I think that's interesting. Not to mention, there was news about Chris Evans coming back. We don't know to what degree. I don't think he's coming back in Falcon and Winter Soldier, but, I also would not be surprised if Falcon doesn't keep the shield that long. Maybe he just keeps it like, I'm Captain America for like one day, an episode, and then they take it because, America. And what I'm really hoping for, and I know this was kind of a rumor, but it might actually happen. Isaiah Bradley, the very first person that they tried to test the super serum on, black man, and that's going to run very similar to the Tuskegee Airmen experiments, where basically, black folks were used as lab rats. So I hope they get into that, and I'm hoping that Marvel doesn't shy away from it just because it makes, again, white folks uncomfortable, because dealing with race is nothing new for anybody of minority status. So let's just call it a spade. Let's call it a spade a spade. It's white people that will be uncomfortable with these topics. But I just hope that they don't shy away from it and, lay into it.
Right. Well, Eman, it was just the Tuskegee experiments, not the Tuskegee Airmen. I always say that because somebody in the comments is going to come back and try to flex later. So
thank you for that correction.
Right on. What you got, Larry?
My question about this is, I understand he's taking a shield and all, but isn't Falcon just like a regular human being?
Yes.
With all kinds of gadgets, and Captain America is genetically modified. He's genetically altered. I mean, are they going to?
In the comics, he was a mutant
through the super soldier stuff?
Maybe in the comics he was a mutant. Wasn't Falcon a mutant?
No,
he was a regular,
regular brother.
Didn't he have an actual Falcon that he can control with his mutant powers?
He had a real Falcon, but that was when he trained.
I thought he had mutant powers. He can control the Falcon with. Oh, okay.
Nah,
well, never mind. Nah. But go ahead, Larry. My fault. Yeah.
So that was one of my first thoughts about this. Is that are they going to then put him through some sort of modern super soldier program, or are they just going to give him the shield and just say, okay, do your thing? Because it doesn't seem to work in the same way for me if that's the case. Nah. You know. I mean, you're sort of handicapping him if you do that. Unless they're basically saying that putting Cap through the super soldier program is making him equivalent to a regular everyday black man. If that's the case, then cool. You know, if that's the message they're sending out there, I'm cool with that. You know,
they're just saying it's a mantle. That's all.
I got you.
I'm happy to see it. I know it's probably going to piss some of those MAGA hat folks off, and some of those racist comic book people out there. But there's a lot of that. There's a lot of toxic masculinity, a lot of toxic, white nationalism out there, all that stuff. We see it every time it comes up. We see it whenever there's a female that has a comic book role. We see it whenever there's a minority that has a comic book role. I mean, we see it all the time. And when they made a black Ariel for The Little Mermaid, people lost their damn minds. So we're going to see it anytime. So I don't really care what those folks think. Just do you.
Can you highlight low-level contents? Most recent comment, because I've been preaching this for so long.
Anthony Mackie can't hold his own.
Anthony Mackie can't lead. He can be great as a supporting actor, and he can be good with a co-star. In The Banker.
And he has that here.
You need Sam Jackson. And I think Marvel kind of recognized that, and that's why they gave him Winter Soldier. So I'm not worried about him too much, because he is going to have, Sebastian Stan there with him. But no, if he was leading this, I'd be worried at that point. But the fact that they gave him a co-star and you still got the Marvel machine behind it, I think it'll be okay.
Yeah, I do too, man. I'm super excited about this. This was one of my most anticipated out of all the Disney Plus shows, just because I like the character Falcon and Winter Soldier. So putting them together, and then he's a black man, taking on the shield. That's just super dope to me. So I don't know.
Maybe what'll happen is maybe he'll pick up the shield, and somehow it'll have a reaction with the vibranium. We'll realize that he actually has ancestry leading back to Wakanda, which will then make him eligible to fight for the throne of Wakanda and become the new T'Challa.
We'll see. Now that just looks badass to me right there. And when I was putting this together, this is off topic, but I could not stop thinking about this movie right here. Have y'all seen this right here?
a long time ago.
Yeah, I love that movie. That movie was great.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, it's freaking. I don't know. When we were talking about Captain America, I was thinking about this, so I had to include this in there. But
put that sex scene in there is the funniest thing I had seen. Yes. Oh man, it was
the sex scene and the vomit scene. The vomit scene. But y'all, we are right at 2 hours, and so that is.
They said to keep going.
Who said that? Who said keep going?
People, your peoples.
Oh, hey man, I am late. I have to be somewhere, and I am late, and I don't want them to get upset with me. And I'm pretty sure Larry and Eman, they got other stuff to do as well.
Yeah, man, it's 10:30. I have dinner to eat.
So there won't be a show next week necessarily because it's the Super Bowl, and so, but I still will be coming back in some capacity because they always release trailers.